Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter's Movie Reviews. Okay, I really wanted to review a Halloween movie for this channel. I just got done with all the Saw movies. I love the Halloween franchise. I was gonna watch the original Halloween. I may still do this tonight and put up the review tomorrow, but I was going to watch the original Halloween, which I think that I've seen now probably 400 times. But I was going to watch actually the TV edit of it because you can watch it on YouTube. I don't know if you know that. But if you watch the TV edit of it, there are parts where Laurie Strode is talking to like Linda in her bedroom before she goes babysitting. There's entire scenes that were in the TV edit that were not in the original movie that aired in the cinema or that you see on TV today. So I was going to watch the TV edit of Halloween because some of the violent scenes they took out, the really violent scenes when they showed it on TV back in the day. And so I was going to take out, I was going to watch, so they took those out so they could put in like scenes where she's just like laughing and talking on the phone. There's like a scene where she's like spinning the phone. Anyway, it's in her bedroom. And I remember that because I watched it back on TV and I think I recorded it or something. So I probably have the VCR tape in my basement. So I was going to watch that. I might still watch that tonight and then react to it tomorrow. I wanted to do like a family kind of friendly, you know, Halloween show. I was going to watch, Hocus Pocus. I've watched Hocus Pocus so many times. I've read the book. I've read the book too. I've watched the second one. I mean, I was like looking up best Halloween movies last night. It was pulling up horror movies that had nothing to do with Halloween. And I kept it in the back of my mind. I was like, I knew that this movie came out on Hallmark called Haul Out the Halloween. And I was like, okay, I really want to watch this movie, Haul Out the Halloween. I love Lacey Chabert. I've loved her ever since The Party of Five Days. There's something that she does when she speaks. Can somebody explain that to me? And I saw her on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen recently, and she was talking about this new Christmas movie. It's something that she does, and she was on there with Lindsay Lohan. Oh, because they were talking about the Mean Girls, like, reunion or whatever. And so it's something that Lacey shares, how she speaks. I love her so much. I was, like, watching this movie last night, and I was kind of, like, trying to imitate it a little bit. I was like, oh, my God, I love Lacey Chabert so much. But anyway, so I don't think we have Hallmark, and so I was like, how am I going to watch this movie? I kept on looking it up, and it was like on these different sites that I didn't own. And so I went into the Prime, and I pulled up Haul Out the Halloween. I pulled out Haul Out the Halloween, and it came up on Prime, and it was like, when you pull it up, you know, it's one of those things. I have like, listen, this channel is costing me a lot of money, okay? Now I'm a member of the Lifetime Movie Club, and now I'm a member of the Hallmark Movie Club too, because for $4.99 or $7.99 a month, you too can have unlimited access to every Hallmark movie out there. So I was like, okay, Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Why don't you join the Hallmark Movie Club? Then people can recommend Hallmark movies to you, and then it won't be a waste of money, you know what I mean? Okay, so I buy this Hallmark movie club last night, and I start watching Haul Out the Halloween. I'm so excited about it, okay? I'm so excited about this Haul Out the Halloween, and I start it. Now, let me give you the synopsis for it, okay? It's starring, hold on a second, Lacey Chabert, and then this guy, Wes Brown, okay? And it says, new Halloween-obsessed neighbors inspire residents of Evergreen Lane to haul out their spookiest costumes and decor to become Ever-Scream Lane, okay? So I go in and I start watching this. I'm so excited, okay? I had made my trick-or-treat coffee, and I'm sitting down there watching it. The dogs are snuggled next to me, and I'm so excited for this kind of, like, cozy, like, Halloween movie, you know? And so I start watching it, and it starts with Lacey Chabert and this Wes Brown guy getting married, okay? They're having a fall wedding. It's beautiful. And then they go on their honeymoon. But while I'm watching it, like, the first 5 minutes, excuse me, there's like all these inside jokes, right? And I don't get the inside jokes. I'm confusion. What is going on here, okay? There's like all these inside jokes. Like, so first of all, I don't really understand why the main character who's getting married is like 40, and his best man is like 70, and his groomsmen are all like 65. I'm confused, right? Like, I'm total confusion. I don't understand it. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? But there's like all these inside jokes, and I don't get the inside jokes. And then Lacey Chabert, she's in this wedding dress. She looks beautiful. And I'm like, they're talking about how her and her husband met. And I'm like, what did I miss? Like, did I miss something? So I look it up, right? Haul Out the Halloween. And this is the third. this shit happens. Oh, sorry. This stuff happens to me all the time. This is the third installment of the Haul Out the Holly Hallmark movie series, which I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this review, already knew. I did not. Okay, I had no clue. So this is the third installment. The first one was called Haul Out the Holly, which apparently is about Lacey Chabert coming back to her parents' house on Evergreen Lane, okay? And everybody loves Christmas. And that's where she meets Wes Brown, okay? Whose name is Jared. And then they fall in love, I guess. And then the second one is called Haul Out. They're each of them come out about every 2 or 3 years. I'm going to watch these for when I cover Christmas movies. I'll be watching them, okay? I bought my Hallmark pass. So I think that's actually what it's called, is a Hallmark pass, kind of like a hall pass. Isn't that cute? So the second one is called Haul Out the Holly Lights Up, I think, okay? And then this is the third one, which is called Haul Out the Halloween. So in this one, I don't want to ruin it for you, okay? But Jared and Lacey, I can't remember what her name is. Linda? No. Julie? Alex? I don't know what her name is. But anyway, they got married, okay? And then they come home. Now, I loved this. People were like online criticizing these movies, and they were saying they didn't think that they needed to be so funny and they needed to take it more seriously. I kind of love the jokes. Okay, first of all, it's in Evergreen Lane in Utah. So like at one point, like all the people in the neighborhood, so it's all about this HOA, okay? Well, I live in an HOA. I talk a lot about it on my vlog channel about the HOA. I have entire vlogs dedicated to HOA drama that I talk about the HOA, talk about the HOA, people on the board. We just had an election. I love anything to do with HOAs, homeowners associations, okay? So Jared is the homeowners association president, which he takes very seriously. Like on his honeymoon, he took his clipboard, okay? His wife, Lacey Chabert, is like the vice president. Well, she's the chair of something. So they take this very, very seriously. Most of the neighbors are older. I totally relate to this whole storyline, okay? And so they have very, very strict rules about Halloween. Now, I'm going to spoil it after this part. So if you don't want it to be spoiled and you want to watch it, then don't watch past this part, okay? Everybody out that doesn't want to be... Okay. So they have very strict rules for Halloween. So there's this new couple that moved in while they were on their honeymoon to, I think they went to like Switzerland or something like that. Oh, this is what I was going to say. So these older people that are all on the HOA board, like they show up to like the HOA meetings with these cups from Swigalicious. Okay, well, if you watch The Real Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the TV show that takes place in Utah, they all drink Swig, okay, which I've been dying to have forever, which are dirty sodas. They make all these references to, like, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, because it takes place in Utah. They make references to several of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I mean, if you know those things, it's hilarious to watch, because they make these, like, ridiculous kind of jokes. There's a lot of jokes. So when they show up, it's this new couple has moved into town, okay? And they're very, like, spooky and strange, and they love Halloween. And so they've decorated their yard with, like, witches and cauldrons and all this kind of stuff. Well, you're supposed to keep it, like, real low-key. Like, just pretty pumpkins and things like that. It's not like, you know, we're not supposed to be scaring the kids kind of thing. And so Jared goes crazy. Like, they've just shown up from their honeymoon. He's, like, losing his mind. So he goes over, and he's like, I can't believe you guys are doing this, and the HOA bylaws say this and say that. So then they meet with Lacey Chabert's parents, who are now, like, they're living in, I think, anyway, okay, so, and he's an architect, but her parents are visiting, and they're living upstairs, and so she's, like, you know, talking about the Halloween and all this kind of stuff, and what she forgets is that the reason why the neighborhood, it's not written into the HOA bylaws, but the reason why they ask everybody to kind of tone it down for Halloween was because that was the last good memory that Lacey Chabert had with her grandma, okay? Who they have this glamour shots portrait of that hangs over the fireplace that tilts back and forth the whole time, okay? Because grandma's trying to tell her something. So anyway, which I kind of live for. I mean, the picture is so bad, it's like you can't take it seriously, okay? So then Lacey Chabert's like, oh my God, I have this amazing idea. Why don't we go all in for Halloween, and then we'll also do this charity, and then we'll also do this bake-off. So then the HOA board decides to do this whole, like, Halloween carnival and festival and everything to raise money for the Children's Hospital, because now the spooky couple, they are invited into the whole thing. His name's Martin and his last name is Balmer, and so they think because his name is M. Balmer that he's a mortician, but he's not. Okay, it's cute stuff like that. So anyway, they're invited into it now, and they're going to have this whole, like, Christmas. Oh, Lacey Chabert used to be a children's book writer too, but she gave up because her publisher gave up on her, so she had to go get a real job. You never find out what her real job is. But anyway, that's what she says. So she also had this girl that lived in the neighborhood, and then they were like rivals and they didn't like each other because the other girl was popular and kind of mean to her. But now she's like a TV news host. So she comes out there to give them like news coverage. Her name's like Ashley or something like that. Like a popular girl's name. Like Ashley. Is that a popular girl's name? So then like they film all this footage, and at this one point, Jared sees that his mom and this friend in the neighborhood are like having an affair, and they're like in love. So Jared, the new husband, he smashes the pumpkin. Well, that's all they show in the news. And they say he's real mad about the breaking of the bylaws. So then, but by the end, Ashley comes back out. Ashley. And she films like, it makes it look nice. And then all these people come out there and they make like double the money for the children's hospital that they did the year before. And then all this stuff happens. And then Jared, because Lacey Chabert wants to go as twins for a couple. Like she wants a couple's costume. I have some friends like that. Oh my God, they make their husbands dress up as couples every year. So anyway, so he buys her a little sailor dress, and she's a nurse and he's a sailor or something like that. I didn't really understand how that worked together, but I guess it does. From like the 50s. It's real cute. And then he comes dancing out. He actually does this like Nickelback costume, which I thought was cuter. So anyway, and then they're like dancing in the street and they raise all this money for the children's hospital, and then she makes up with Ashley. If you've watched it, I thought Ashley was going to give her a job at the TV station, because at one point Lacey's like, oh yeah, it was always my dream to like edit copyright stuff for the news station. She's like, oh, why didn't you tell me? I thought she was going to offer her a job, but she don't. She's like, oh no, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go pursue my dreams writing children's books. I thought that must be nice. God, what do architects make? $500,000 a year. You got this gorgeous house, and all you got to worry about is decorating for Halloween and writing children's books. I have your life. And that's why we love Hallmark movies so much. And don't worry, because at the very end of it, she said, and we only have a few more hours until it's Christmas. So that was Haul Out for Halloween. It was okay. I mean, I kind of wished I was with Laurie Strode and we were like taking down the neighborhood instead of like dancing in the streets, but it was cute. I mean, like it was a Hallmark movie. Would I watch it again? Oh, definitely not. No, I would never watch it again. I don't ever need to see this again. I got enough the first time around. My dogs did too. They fell straight asleep. It's a good movie to put to sleep. It's very cozy. You want to put it on maybe in the background, you know, drink you some sleepy time tea and fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them kind of movies. But no, I wouldn't probably watch it on Halloween night or anything like that. It won't scare you, you know. But it's cute, it's cozy, it's got some funny jokes. It was okay. I mean, it was okay. Anyway, have you seen it? Haul Out the Halloween, starring Lacey Chabert. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.